about to get wild. Let it go.
I am not this bottle to make the sound, but welcome back to the Terynn Show. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos incarnate, it's time to tear the fucking roof off reality. Welcome to the Terynn Show. THEMEAGEDDON, where the music gets wild, the wrestlers get vicious, and nothing is fucking safe. All right? I'm your feral host, the queen of the drunk-eyed Canadians, Terynn, and we're about to rip through the absolute worst, most insane, and gloriously awful wrestling themes you've ever heard. So brace yourselves. This is not a show. It's a fucking war. It being a war, you might as well, get right into it. And let's bring in my co-host, If Bad Decisions had a spokesperson, it would be this man right here. He doesn't enter rooms. He leaves damage reports. He's a human version of, are you sure about that? Volume set to max. Filter set to never. Consequences set to, we'll deal with that later. He thrives in chaos. He breathes in controversy. He treats common sense like a rumor. Make absolutely irresponsible noise for the walking HR violation himself. Fucking dirty Dick Rick.
Woo!
I hope that worked out well.
What a fucking intro. Fresh off fucking Valentine's Day. I'm here from the free clinic, right in time to drink a little drinky poo with the queen.
We don't
need no glasses tonight. We're going straight from the bottle.
Yeah. That one, it didn't really roll off the tongue. I was out of breath there a little bit. So I was like, fuck,
I'm definitely going to play that back later while I pleasure myself. So,
I love that for you. So much that I love that for you. So we might as well, get right into it to things you love, people you love, wrestlers you love. So the lights don't dim for this one. They fucking flicker. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't lose control. He doesn't need to. Or am I just kidding? Because the real villains don't shout. They fucking wait to strike. Cold stare, measured steps, every word is calculated. Already 3 move fucking head. He's not chaos. He's the architect of it. And while everybody else is fighting the fire, he's the one who built the room. No theatrics, no panic, just controlled destruction wrapped in calm. Or is it? I'm just going to stop there. Make some noise if you fucking dare. It's the Villanova Casanova Kid Osborne.
Holy fuck.
I felt like you were Stephanie McMahon doing her intro, her whole monologue to Triple H, the game. He is the game.
Yeah,
you got the flashing lights behind you just like that.
I should have just had this to spit it out, but I don't want to waste it because I think we need it.
We are going to need it tonight?
I was going to add in the mastermind that gives us final boss energy, but I thought I'd keep that to myself.
God, I'm turning red. I don't even need to go tanning.
Between her intro and your fucking natural beauty, I'm having a hard time containing myself over here. Glad I'm wearing my loose robe, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
And that comment's brought to you by Club Tales.
We do. Well, I mean, I've never had a Club Tails, so I can't even promote them.
Does a dick good.
Well, we shouldn't promote them unless they start sponsoring us. You
I'm
know,
trying so hard.
In due time, we'll be people fighting over this. But
Maybe we could.
until then, you know, I'll just make my stop at the Fine Wine and Good Spirits near me, and just go from there.
Let's see if they work. Are the comments working on your guys' end this week?
I see comments very small on the right-hand side, which means I can't see them.
It looks like, we've got some work to do. By we, I mean I've got some work.
What would the Teryn show be without a little bit of fucking chaos, right?
Some sort of nonsense, always. Always with the nonsense from me. I just need to figure it out and get it together, I suppose. But
see, I can't ever. I just always think it's me, but I'm really high. I don't, I'm like,
could
oh,
be
shit,
part of
it's just the way
it's definitely part of it.
But at least they're on there today.
There we go. Heather Williams and her fucking massive rack saying, "What's up, y'all?"
Hey, y'all.
Our local Cruz Foley says, I worked at Fine Wine and Good Spirits. Good riddance.
All right.
It's very clear.
Apparently the pay's not too good over there, but the liquor is.
You get like 3 shots? Because that would have been enough for me.
Yeah, I think like any kind of bonus that involved liquor would have kept me there for a lot longer.
This is true.
Free liquor or blowjobs from the homeless hookers in the back alley. That's my
good Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just get into it. All right. Entrance music is psychological warfare. Do you agree or not agree?
I think we're going to start with our resident professional wrestler with that one.
I think somebody's theme music makes or breaks them. It's the reason why people pay attention to begin with, because that first 0.5 seconds is exactly what attracts or detracts anybody from paying attention to the match. The second you hear that glass shatter, or if you smell, then you know what you're in for. And then this also, not for nothing, the crowd cheering or the crowd boos, but their participation honestly is part of the music, because otherwise it's just like for a lot of the times, for most of the time we've all been fans, it's just a continuous loop of the same thing, which is just something that you either go to the gym to listen with, or you just think it's the Bushwhackers or something,
or
that was a pretty banging tune, actually, the Bushwhackers. I'll fucking come over there and lick your forehead right now.
All right. You do that.
Whoa. Whoa.
But,
Dirty Dick stealing Terrence Crews' gimmick of licking faces?
This is true. All right. I mean, I guess I'll lick anything else but the face. How about that?
Perfect. Because it's not really my thing anymore. Pre-COVID, I was always licking faces. And then I brought it back on Cruise 5 briefly. Shout out to Rossi and Pistol Pete, because those were the only 2 faces I was licking. Because I knew that they didn't have the COVID. So I said, I'll lick them. But then they had beards, and then it wasn't fun anymore. I was like, scratch his tongue.
I got to agree with
anyway.
One of my favorite pro wrestlers of all time, Kid Osborne, and that music makes the wrestler. It's a big part of it, at least. You can be as talented as you want, and if people aren't hooked from the get-go, it doesn't fucking matter. Your job is to sell tickets, and unfortunately, if the people behind you, don't think you're important enough to have the kind of production or the decent tune like the bigger stars, then you're going to suffer from it. And I'm thinking off the top of my head, somebody like Dean Malenko, who in WCW was an absolute fucking beast, but had the worst music of all time. You know, when you heard it, nothing happened, you don't get excited, but he comes out to the fucking ring and blows your fucking mind away, you know?
He blows
So,
your mind away, but the thing is that he doesn't have. I mean, yeah, I get it. The Iceman, you know, like he's basically Stone
yeah, they
Cold,
used his, like, no charisma to,
but yeah, absolutely no charisma, and that's part of the theme music is that it matches the personality, and if you
right,
don't have personality, then you associate that theme music with somebody that doesn't have personality, and then all of a sudden it's not a banger that it would have been like if it was if Dean Malenko came out to Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme, it wouldn't be as memorable.
right,
It just wouldn't match. But
right.
it's the same reason why Jim Johnson would, when he made theme music for people like Vader, like he goes, Vader kind of walks like how he does, and it fits his march to the ring, which makes it more impactful. It's just the same. It's like it's every power chord that obviously is continuous is it sounds like that's his feet are making that on his walk to the ring.
So I don't know what your guys' take on this specific one would be, but for shitty intro music doing nothing for anybody, one that is shitty that I thought was perfect because I think they are shitty was R-Truth when he had the Truth Shelf, set you free and nothing. Like I thought that was pretty suiting just because like
Oh,
nobody wants to hear what's up. Like nobody wants that. Nobody.
so ones like that fit, and that's one of the times that, like, silence and no theme music actually speaks louder than having a song, and in that case, it was perfect, you know.
I
But
mean,
there's
Yeah.
definitely,
you didn't have to hear him sing, but or rap.
well, so some people will say that his fucking "What's Up" song is one of the worst songs. I think a lot of this is going to end up being subjective. I mean, you can argue that it's horrible, but that crowd remembered it, and it got people on their feet and repeating it.
Like those kids, or wait, what do you call it? Those little Jimmies, like
Yeah, the little Jimmies.
they fucking went nuts for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what though? I didn't. He used to. He at points he started recognizing me on the Alberta shows because every time he'd come up, you know how you put that shit in your face and what's up? So he'd go, what's up? And he'd think I would do it, and I would go, not much. Every fucking time.
Of course, you wouldn't participate. Like,
But again, that's where it comes to be a little subjective, you know, a person to person kind of thing. Because while Teryn, you might not enjoy that, there's millions of people who did, and who's to say that they're, you know, well, when it comes to, you know, going against the Queen, they're definitely wrong. But R-Truth is an example of one that had, you know, no music, but I think there was some bad ones. And I know Kit mentioned Jim Johnston, who had some bangers, but he had some bad ones.
yeah, of course.
I don't know if you guys remember Earthquake and the natural disasters, but he literally, it was just a rumble was all it was with,
Right.
it wasn't very creative at all, you know,
Right,
and while
it
it may have
almost
fit
just like-
it may
it
have
was
fit the
just
character,
lazy.
nobody's popping to their feet over a rumble.
Right. It's so the way I can compare those is the same as Diesel, which was just a truck.
Sure.
I forget, somebody else was just like Adam Bomb. One of his, I think, was just a sign, like an alarm. You know,
Yeah,
like
the 3 Mile Island alarm or whatever it
yeah,
was.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it goes from that to where he went, a decade later, almost a decade later, with like something like Test, where it was so. And if you guys want to know, if you go to X and you search the handle, "Is Test still dead?" They'll let you know if you were wondering if he's dead or not. I'm
a long time subscriber. Let me tell you,
every single day.
Spoiler alert for today: motherfucker's still dead. Fuck Test.
Yep. But you never know. Tomorrow might be different. It's just a test. So he, but that theme music, I thought, it's like how you would say it's like his next level type shit. I mean, that song was fucking awesome, but it shows that him more of a composer, where he's utilizing outside sources to create, this said banger, whereas he's not doing everything and every single part of it only. It's the same as like he wrote the Motorhead,
Sure.
the game song, obviously he's, so like Lemmy didn't do that shit.
God rest his soul. God rest his soul.
I think that, and this has been going on for decades. Like you go back to I've been watching since the '80s, obviously, and you got guys like Sergeant Slaughter who came out to a drum roll. Yeah, it was literally just a drum roll, very uninspiring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's gonna get a pop when you're going against fucking, Iron Sheik and shit like that,
Right.
no matter what. But it's not because of the fucking music,
Well, it's because of him. Like, I mean, he can make anything work on his behalf. But there are wrestlers, like, to go back, I almost said Dean Martin, Dean Malenko, that couldn't do that.
Right.
Like he, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not shitting on Dean Malenko. I think he was awesome in the ring, but he was somebody I didn't appreciate until like I became a wrestler.
Sure.
I mean, the man of 1,000 moves, and I'm the man that probably forgets
the
his
man
own
with
moves.
two blue eyes. The man with 1,000 moves can't compare to the man with two blue eyes. That's all I know. Can't hold a fucking candle. But yeah, like I know you mentioned Diesel earlier, and there was like a whole group in like the '90s when they had like the job, the wrestlers that had a part-time job also.
Yeah,
and, like Duke the Dumpster Droese fucking was a garbage man, and his music was literally a garbage truck backing up.
Yeah,
Isaac Yankem, the dentist.
Bob Holly, a race car driver, Sparky Plug or whatever. Like, Jesus Christ, like sometimes you're just like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? How are you going to? And obviously the thought is never even there at the time. Like what are you going to evolve into? You're not going to evolve into shit with the name Sparky Plug. I think that there were some characters that, man, you got the good end of the deal, like Diesel.
Sure.
All you're just saying this guy's fucking jacked, and it was just like a good nick. It's like a good nickname,
That's a great comment.
Garbage, man. It was garbage. And another one, like I think to this day, most underrated heel of all time, and his music that he came to the ring to, where he literally changed his, from Smile to like scaring the shit. And it's Doink the Clown, the like most underrated heel of all time, and his entrance would scare the shit out of me. Not like it gives you that like, ooh, I want to watch this. And I also, not for nothing, I love that change from like that circus to like it's like it's basically that it starts like the fatality.
Jesus Christ. So we do have YouTube commenters again. So don't forget, guys, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, whichever is easier for you. It's a new thing we can do every week, so we're going to continue doing that. And while you're at it, head over to prowrestlingtees.com/TDS and get the DZ shirts and the Terynn shirts, and coming up, I guess the Terynn show shirts. We might as well just, we're just going to have those coming soon.
And don't forget that fucking super sweet Kid Osborne swag. I'm wearing a fucking one of one. Nobody else has got one, but it's a Kid Osborne thong with his face right where it needs to be, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I didn't see a dime from that. So
well, I made it myself.
That you know what? I love that for you guys. Whatever works. I mean, it's kind of weird that Dirty Dick is wearing your face down there, but I mean, there's other people that probably should not dirty dick. But I mean, whatever. It is what it is, right?
I will fight for my mans.
I guess it comes with the territory. But you know, as Teryn, you should probably know. I mean, or I guess not know because they just haven't told you yet. You know, but like, I'm sure that you know you have some subscribers on your OnlyFans here, Instagram that probably are doing some shit that with your face that
You
I don't
know,
think any of us want to hear about.
yeah, myself included. So we're good. We don't. I don't ever need to
I got
know.
this pillow with 3 different holes in it. Anyways, so my favorite, I really like examples of wrestlers' theme music that, like, even though it kind of fit them, it still fucking sucked ass and made you want to punch somebody in the fucking face. And my biggest example is like Right to Censor,
That
who
was
was
another one.
a collection of fantastic wrestlers, but that music and it did what it was supposed to do. It made you hate them more.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's a
mean, it
perfect
was
example.
literally just a collection of sirens and alarms and fucking, you know, like you got video of like little kids in the crowd putting their hands over their. That's for real because that
And that's
shit was
exactly what they
fucking.
wanted, and that's
Yep,
perfect. And they
but it
fit it. They
sucked.
fit that gimmick so well. Like
You know what's crazy though? I should have
her with the
seen
lips,
that as a
but
red flag, and knew when the alarms were sounding last year on the cruise that the titties we didn't want to see them. So but here we are. I learned nothing, guys. Holy fucking Christ! We got a legend
Oh,
in the chat tonight. The oldest, dirtiest bitch that I've ever met. Old fucking Mary Brazel. Goddamn Mary. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Mary is not just one of my favorite people in the world, but definitely one of my favorite people on the good old Chris Jericho cruise.
Mary is where the old bitch started. Fucking love you, Mary, you old bitch.
So, anyways, back to the themes that fit wrestlers. That kind of like, how about this is one that always pissed me off was TL Hopper, and I know it's going a little deep. Some of you people might not remember old TL Hopper, but he was the plumber. He came out with a plunger and would kiss the plunger, and his music was literally just a toilet flushing. And
yeah, I remember.
he particularly was a good example of someone where he used to be known as the dirty white boy, Tony Anthony, in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And fantastic talent, fantastic name and gimmick. He goes to WWE and gets something like that, and he gets saddled with music like that. And look where he is now. You don't even know who the fuck he is.
Yeah, music can make or break, like just how I said in the beginning, and that's what's a
Yep.
shame. Like I mean, and it's just the same as like somebody's name, like Steve Austin, for example, like talking about like the list of names that they came up with, Ice Dagger and shit like that, and yeah, that would have like he could have been the same exact fucking guy, but that name would have sucked if he would have
Right.
kept going to the ring to, which I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad song, but it was the his theme going to the ring, as the ringmaster, which is a fucking stupid ass moniker, for somebody like him, and he's not like so technically sound, like he's pretty rugged and rough in the ring, like he makes it look a little bit more not planned, that it just doesn't fit him. It's like, dude, like Vince, did you even fucking watch him? Like why did you hire him? You hired him because it's like you saw him on ECW and you saw that he had a fucking major personality, and then and from there, you hire him and you go, kind of you treat him the same way that like Mr. Burns did, Frank Grimes, and he like forgot about him because he was the flavor of like the week. Hires him, pays him all this money, and then just doesn't give a shit about him when he finally gets there. And then he's just like, you're like, who?
Yeah.
And he had to do it himself. And thank God he is a stubborn motherfucker. But he did his best to try to make music like that work. But that shit doesn't fit him. It almost actually, you could tell that it made him look like he had a leash on his neck, that he had to walk slow and not walk like how we're all used to him, coming out pissed off at the world, even if
All right. So Cody, Yayo,
Yayo, my boy.
yeah, I knew Dirty Dick would like that. Nothing. We're just talking wrestling themes, shittiest ones of all time, of course. And unfortunately, I do not think you will be seeing me on Sunday because I don't think I'm going to go to the show. Just a side note. Yeah.
What about like, what do you think bad themes start with? Most of the, I mean, like when we're talking about the good before, like that glass shattering, if you smell, the Undertaker's gong, and that it immediately lights up the room, but what about like the ones where you like know, you almost know it's going to be a generic
Yeah, like
jobber.
the generic dad rock ones, like circa 2008, and everybody aside from like Randy Orton and Batista and shit.
Yeah.
So like, i.e., like Tyson Kidd, Curtis Axel,
Exactly.
like all of that generic nonsense. Everything at the time that wasn't fucking downstate, essentially.
Yeah. Yep.
But even this will be a hot take on this, but I think all of downstate stuff sounds the exact fucking same. Like know that it's downstate and it's not. It's all like Cody Rhodes, Nick Nemeth, fucking Zack Ryder, all of those guys. It's all very similar, so there's nothing like that like catching about it. Which I guess shout out to those guys for being on the cruise, but I don't give a fuck about
Cody
any of
Nobody
those.
stands out because of it's them instantly.
Like Cody Rhodes, like Smoke and Mirrors, and like that. I mean, I at one point I thought that song was cool, but I'm like, it is not a good song. I don't think.
However, what I'll say is John Cena singing that song makes it a good song. Have you ever heard that?
No. Did he sing it to you?
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I don't even know, but it's only Cody.
Ask him to sing it to you.
There's a video of it. Like, I've heard this man sing it, and that's what I'm like, fuck, that's good. So when I hear it, I can't not sing the John Cena version of it. So there's that.
You're definitely right though with like that particular era. Like there was a few standouts, like you said, like Orton and stuff, and songs that kind of still hold true to this day. But God, so many of them. You remember the wrestler maybe, but it's for way different. Like the one thing you do remember about them, or at least one of the things, is that fucking music sucked.
But and the thing is, not all the time. I don't think all the time when you have that opening, like the glass shattering, shit like that. Like one of them is Ryback. I thought that song was so bad, and then also, I think that he was somebody that was not over. I think his like him what he's doing now. Like when I hear his opinions on things, like I genuinely actually think that they're pretty, normal. Like but his feed me more. It's like I don't know what it was. It's like the pace of it, or it's like him like going like that with it. It's like, dude, you're really trying to get this song over, and you're not a good wrestler at all.
Like, terrible. What do you think about Ryback, Teryn?
I think it's a pretty universally known that I fucking hate Ryback, and that for the last 6 years I've tried to get this man to block me on Twitter or I guess X, formerly known as Twitter. And for some reason, it won't fucking happen. He sucks. His theme sucks. His fucking little protein powder, whatever the fuck he has, sucks. Ryback fucking sucks, okay? Somebody clip this and send this to that cocksucker. I want to be blocked. That's all I want. That is my one wish for 2026. The same wish I've been having for years. Block me, you hillbilly fuck. Okay?
And folks, that in showbiz is what we call a volley. That was a nice, easy toss to the queen, and she fucking hit it out of the park.
Yeah, fuck. I guess. But yeah, seriously, fuck Ryback. Piece of shit. Anyways, back to Dad Rock. Back to Dad Rock, boys.
It's like somebody coming to the ring, like One time, I had a show and they didn't have my theme, and it was a different time. It was when you had to bring in a CD, with your music on it. And I didn't bring my CD because this person who I've worked for had it, so they should have had it saved. Well, they didn't, and they were. I'm like, look, you don't have my fucking theme music. Like, I have custom theme music. So, okay. So I guess that means I have to go through whatever it is you have. You know what I ended up going to the fucking ring to?
It's Raining Men.
I wish.
Hallelujah.
Had I been different then to what I am now, I would just be like, fuck it. Like, let's go to the ring to that, But this was like what I thought was gonna be like the best the best thing that I could pick from the small list, and it was Rockstar by Nickelback.
You need to bring that back.
No, I did it once. My first theme song ever going to the ring was by the Ataris. What's it called? Their cover that they did. What the fuck? I don't know why I can't think of it. This is why I write notes,
That's why we love liquor.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to think of it. But Boys of Summer. Sorry.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that was my first theme. So thanks, Drew Gulak, for that. But because he didn't ask me, he told me like, this is what you're going to the ring to.
It happens.
Yeah. But what about
So I think
some of
that
what about some of the songs? Like, what other? I guess I don't even like what other dat. Because I mean, this is all during the time where the Raw theme isn't Anthrax anymore. And
that was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it was awesome, but I still do think that Union Underground was is the best Raw theme ever.
Across the nation. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Across the Nation does rule. And then I mean, and not to say that the one by Nickelback doesn't slap, but I think that does as well. I mean, I put that on every time I'm at like a bar and they have touch tunes. So, I might play it 3 or 4 times. Fuck it. I mean, they play it on Raw,
Well, I mean, fire up that Touch Tunes account. We've got fucking 8 days where me, you, and Tony be around.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be listening to nothing but the same shit. And anybody who's anybody at any bar that we do go to is in for a real fucking treat.
I feel like it's gonna be mostly like Lady Gaga and like
It sure does, Lauren. Burn It to the Ground does fuck.
By the way, belated happy birthday shout out to longtime fucking friend of the show and viewer Lauren, who had her birthday this weekend. We love her. We'll see her tonight. Shout outs and shots to Lauren. Heather Williams saying let the titties hit the floor. I'll let the bodies hit the floor.
That was SmackDown, Heather. That was SmackDown.
No, it wasn't. Let the bodies hit the floor. ECW.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Marilyn Manson one.
Yeah.
The Beautiful People.
Yeah.
And that was great too. I think that was like new. Well, that's not considered new metal, is it? Like
they had a whole thing for a while where like new metal was like if it was new metal at all, that was somebody's music or the intro to a show or a pay-per-view. Like they really had a fucking.
Which can we all agree that Limp Bizkit needs to be in the fucking Hall of Fame? Like, I don't really give a shit about the Hall of Fame. It's like the only thing I ever care about is like, oh man, this person doesn't ever, you don't hear any interviews or anything like that. So that would be really cool to be able to hear from them or something. But, otherwise I don't give a fuck. It's just a stupid little thing. But Limp Bizkit should be in there, and they should have to perform at WrestleMania, which would be awesome. And I think The Undertaker should come out. And
I think we've had enough.
Who's had it? The fuck are you talking about?
Aaron, I'm driving this car alone. I know that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna see where you boys you boys go with that one. But I agree, Limp does
which one?
need to be in the Hall of Fame.
Sure.
Just straight up.
But only if Sonny Kiss gets to induct him.
And
I don't
then
think that's gonna happen.
if Sonny gets to induct Limp, but gets to uninduct the other Sonny, that would be great.
Uninduct, like it's like they have to have a speech for it.
Yeah,
they don't just like take her off. Like they just go. They go, no, we need to talk and discuss this. And I have an entire monologue for this. Like,
they go to that jail cell and take her Hall of Fame ring so Sonny can.
That's long
somebody
gone.
comes in her jail cell with the thing of pliers, and she's like, no, I need it. You're like, you ain't getting any, no more free ramen for you, bitch. Like,
boom, right there.
God.
But yeah, the new metal fucking stuff, the dad rock, I was all about it. Somebody mentioned before about like the Papa Roach 2, which fucking 10 years later, I'm at a Papa Roach concert and they play that.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the like little rockers are like, yeah, we love this song. I'm like, holy fuck, it's a Raw theme. And I'm just in the mod. There's videos of me. Like,
right.
Like just fucking cold cocking people too was wild.
Oh my God, that's great.
I just need to address this really quickly, Cody, because the show is on Sunday and on Thursday, first thing in the morning before the crack of dawn, I'm on a flight out to hang out with these two. So
First thing Teryn's going to see when she gets off a fucking plane at JFK is me dressed just like this.
We're going to get canceled.
But yeah, so I just don't think I'm going to go to the show. It's not ideal for me. And also, I'm going Sunday to Thursday without drinking, and I can't go to a wrestling show and not be drunk. So, you know, I have to pick and choose my moments of weakness.
Well, the only time we have to drink is when we're on the show.
Exactly, and that's Tuesday, not Sunday. So
we do it for you, folks.
Yeah, You know, there's nothing that stops shaking more than drinking more.
I like to mix various liquor drinks with pills and other forms of
pills. Let's call them vitamins for the sake
of supplements. Supplements.
My titties are never out at the shows. I kind of wear like higher neck stuff.
Damn, no Terynn titties on Sunday. Haha. Have a safe trip though.
My man Yayo, he knows. No titties on Sunday or tonight. In case you folks haven't noticed, the Royal Rack has been put away tonight, and if you're missing it, you can go to onlyfans.com/TLJR90, and for just a small fee, maybe the price of a drink, which, come on, you want to buy the Queen a drink anyways. I'm just kidding. It's going to cost you more than a fucking drink to see the Royal Rack. This fucking shit is worth a fucking $1 million, but it's not out of reach for you fucking mooks.
To be seeing more, you got to pay more. That's the way it works. That's how I run my OnlyFans. I'm not supposed to be giving it away on the main page. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, take it away, boys. I personally
buy the Queen a few drinks each week, if you know what I'm saying. Look at her.
Can we all agree that like a lot of the female superstars today, like I feel like all their songs sound so similar to where it's like the same song that, you know, my blackout head at the club that I don't go to anymore because I'm too old, you know, would hear, and it's like it's almost like a continuous loop. It's like that generic. It might as well be that generic rock. It's like a different form of the generic rock loop that we would hear in like the 90s, you know, when it wasn't like, you know, as it was just more simplistic, but it almost as complex as some of this as some of it is, it still kind of comes off like it's just so generic, you know, like it kind of gives me that like creator wrestler diva or female superstar vibes, you know, where everybody is just wearing the same type of outfit that shimmers, and you know their makeup is like, you know, times 1,000. but like there's nobody like a Rhea Ripley who I think sticks out of the group. And you know, like it kind of just seems like, and I don't want to name any names because God forbid they fucking get this sent by one of their fucking subscribers, and then next thing you know, me, you know, who's not even really doing much of anything right now, is going to like all of a sudden be under heat, be like, she's so fucking brave, and I don't fucking understand where you think you're coming from with your bullshit, you know, but
That's okay.
you know, but
I
what
will
I'm
take the
saying is,
heat.
like,
I'll take the heat on it. Kelly for number one.
okay,
What's the worst she's gonna do?
I'm
This
talking
bitch already
about
blocked me.
now, like, but like, yeah, they dress up like a Kelly. They're all, yeah, they all dress exactly the same. Kelly isn't going to fucking come out of her way to cancel me.
Well,
Okay,
she's already blocked me on Twitter, so I'm good.
I don't know. I mean, but you know,
Well,
there's
so
that. It's
I
like that. It's like that create a wrestler vibe of songs. You
Yeah,
know,
from like
whereas like there are only a few that I think that like I've listened to in the gym that you know that I you know that I was like I just thought they were just fucking great. CM Punk's girl Lee, um,
AJ.
fuck. Yeah, AJ Lee is like I like love her theme song like a lot, and
Good.
it is
It's
very good. Um, you know, and there's like only really a select few like, but after that new metal trend, you know, where there's like a lot of different bands that they would be able to go to the ring to, and then they brought it more in house again. Their way of going in house kind of stunk up the joint. It was
well,
kind of like, like that's where like if it was still Jim Johnson, which I believe it was, um, you know, it started getting tacky, and it was like a simplistic version of what should be a complex song.
yeah. So that being said, like leading into like the women's stuff, because I mean, during the Attitude Era and stuff, and the real women's revolution with Trish Stratus, Lita, Victoria, all those, going into the next phase was when CFO Dollar Sign or whatever the fuck they're called came in, and at the time, Sasha Banks's hers was good. It was catchy, Bailey's, but then you bring in that generic stuff with Paige. Paige was the
Yeah.
one female that stuck out differently, but she actually did have the shittiest music. If you think about it, at that time, there was nothing like it was just what was it, Stars in the Night or something? I think it was called. It was just generic fucking music.
Yeah, it didn't fit her at all.
No,
so you're both like 100% like spot on as far as I'm gonna try to tie all this together too, as far as the Def Rebel and the CFO money and all that shit, because I know this is gonna try and save some time here with these segments, but um you had a lot of, and I'm not afraid to name names either, so I'll do what Kit, you know, maybe can't do, and I'll say like, you know, Def Rebel right now is notorious. They're the ones doing all the music right now. So when Kit says all the ladies wrestling right now are kind of, you know, interchangeable with their music, Def Rebel is one of the biggest reasons that's blamed why. And to tie into what Teryn said with CFO money, they got, you know, you had Bailey's song was a jam, Asuka was memorable.
Asuka's fucking rules.
Yep.
Like,
It was so good. Of course, I got to mention my sister Charlotte. You know, what a great fucking spin on dad music, and just there's such a difference in like CFO Money had bangers that were like almost earworms. They dug into your head and were instantly, you know, you recognized them right away. They stuck with you, and now you've got these ones by Def Rebel. I'm going to name. I personally love Candice LeRae. What a talent! And she stuck with one of the worst songs ever. Zelina Vega. Bailey's new song is trash. Does not fit her whatsoever. Alexa Bliss's new song is fucking maybe one of the worst things to happen to wrestling. Like you got people who already had, they already had established songs with their characters, much like we've been talking about. You got guys who, you know, back in the day, you know, maybe the Mountie, it wasn't the greatest song ever, but it was fucking memorable. I still know every goddamn word to it. because it fit his character. What is this? We got old fucking Big League Leroy saying my favorite Kit in pro wrestling, not Kit Wilson. Of course not.
Thanks, baby.
Who the fuck is Kit Wilson?
But not for nothing, and not to just not to just have this be an attack on that. Is not every, they can't all be winners, bud.
No, Def Rebel
Like,
has some bangers. Rhea Ripley's song is top notch.
That is how it is. But the thing is, that in this case, it's like you're not dropping a fucking album.
Right.
Like you need to do the research on the wrestler. Like maybe, you have the talent that I think is more superior than like a Jim Johnston, but you're not utilizing the research part of it. You're kind of relying solely on yourself, and I bet you're probably just watching some fucking pictures, looking at pictures of them, or maybe subscribe to their OnlyFans. I don't know, but but that could very well be the case, and you're not doing the research that needs to be done when you're watching something. Like, how do they go to the ring? Not they're going to go to the ring the way that you fucking present them, because that isn't fair, So that's kind of how I look at it. It's like, yeah, understandably they can't all be bangers, but in
But I think you can agree,
in this case, it kind of fucking needs to be.
Well, so that's the thing is, so today it's almost more important that like wrestling theme songs are bangers because there's so many more wrestlers, there's so much more content. People's attention spans are shorter, so you have to have something that hooks people right away. And when you have, and I'm gonna say again, not out of spite because I have no problem with them, but Def Rebel is definitely catching a lot of heat because while they do have bangers, they're the ones right now churning out all this fucking really kind of bland, recyclable music that is not catching. And now I'll say a couple names from CFO Money, and everyone's gonna definitely say, "Oh yeah." So you got Bobby Roode, Glorious. Tell me that didn't fucking hit hard, and you didn't
Oh my
know.
fucking god!
No.
To somebody that you didn't expect it to, but like that
Right.
music made like people don't like me. I bet there's the majority can't remember what the fuck he did in the ring,
But that
god
fucking
damn it,
song.
did he fucking have an entrance to go with that theme, and everybody wanted to sing it.
How about Finn Balor throwing the arms up during his
Oh my god!
The whole stadium.
More important than the fucking match.
Yep.
Even in NXT, his name is Cassius Ono.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
no! Like,
Oh no. We know him by a lot of names.
Yeah, but old Chris Hero.
Or Chris Hero.
Is one of those dudes that like I went to an NXT show for like the first time, a decade ago, and I'm watching him go to the ring, and I was who I was with. I was like, every single entrance that we watched, especially this one, were so perfectly choreographed that I was more and more excited to look and to see who else came out next, and that's should be like you captivated somebody who's like set in their ways. And like I am excited to see whoever comes out next,
Right.
Because I want to see how they do their entrance. And then I get, and then they whoever it is they did it. It's like that they did everything, that like their name like oh no, like KO Osborne. It all added up, and it all created the perfect experience while I was at I think the TLA is where they did it.
While we're talking about the perfect experience, I think this comment from Big League Leroy is especially for you, Kit.
I don't. Kit Wilson chose his team song. I don't even think he even worked with Death Rebel.
Yeah, and that comment was brought to you tonight by Grandpa Danny and Reading Rainbow and fucking
Big League.
So Teryn, is there any songs between the Def or Death Rebel and CFO Money kind of comparison there. Is there any songs that you feel, kind of stood out as being particularly bad?
Well, like I mentioned before, Pages is
Right.
terrible for her, especially the time being and the stuff they were putting out, and she got dealt a really shitty hand in theme music. For Death Rebel or whatever the fuck they're called, I think the music they've been putting out, almost every single last one of them since they took over, is fucking terrible. I don't
Roman
think
Reigns ain't bad. Like, there's a couple.
I
Like,
know. So I have not liked any of Roman's themes since the Shield. Okay, not a single one. Like, they're too slow. Like the fucking head of the table, shit like that. Like, I did not like that. I
I'm
like
surprised
Roman.
because I thought you would have liked them.
No, I think they're terrible. They don't like, you hear it and you're like, oh man. Like, I'm excited to see Roman. I look at the man, but the music, I'm just like, oh cool. It doesn't catch me.
It kind of seems like it's they're not really they're not wrestling themes like they are a film score. They wrote them. They kind of write them like it's like a YouTube background.
Yeah, like it's just
score.
Right.
It's not. It doesn't fit them, but they're just hoping that it hits.
Yeah, I think back to like earlier times when you had people like I got to give a shout out to my boy Virgil. He had maybe one of the worst entrance themes of all time. Very like create a wrestler type. You could tell they didn't put any effort into it. Once he split off for $1 Million Man, they were going to go nowhere with it. He was going to be maybe a mid card jobber at best. And I'm going to say one that might be a little touchy, especially to I know my friend Kit Osborne here, but Hulk Hogan's WCW.
American
Made.
American Made, yeah.
The ripoff of fucking Real American was like, if that doesn't hit you as like a creator wrestler, like fucking, we couldn't afford the real. I downloaded this MP3 from fucking LimeWire. Like,
it took fucking 3 hours.
And it was so bad. So for somebody like Hulk Hogan,
at least back then, it was a little bit more understandable. In the era we live in, this shit they're putting out for entrance themes is fucking worse than the original Xbox Raw game for generic entrance themes, for fuck's sake.
$1 billion fucking corporation.
Terrible. Yeah, they're just terrible. And they're probably getting paid hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars for this nonsense. It sounds like fucking hot garbage being dripped into your fucking eardrums, melting it, for fuck's sakes. It's not good.
Why does CM Punk get fucking Cult of Personality and then everybody else is stuck with fucking Def Rebel?
Well, I mean, not for nothing. I mean, he got
it. It's part of him. I get that. But like, can you imagine what it would be doing? Think about old school ECW and the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer coming out to Alice in Chains and Spike Dudley coming out to AC/DC.
My guess is that they didn't charge as much.
Well, no, they pirated it back then, and then that's why. And I want to give an honorable mention here tonight to fucking WWE for ruining ECW. Like, when on the network, when you couldn't watch ECW because they all got the fucking most generic. Can you imagine the Sandman not coming out to enter Sandman?
No.
I'm almost glad the network's gone because it was so fucking bad.
Quick side note to
his entrance is him. Everything else is trash.
Right. You want to know something crazy? When I was in Vegas last year, when Sandman came out at the one match with Sabu, I actually got out of my fucking area where I was to go to the casino and miss Sandman's entrance. I heard it, but I didn't get to see it because I was out meeting someone out in the casino street.
It was pretty epic. It was about 9.5 minutes long because he got lost like twice trying to make his way to the
and then
ring.
They wouldn't let me back in, so I said, well, fuck it, I guess. So just a honorable mention to that.
So having those fucking generic like that, I think that's a really great example actually is the ECW thing because it really, for anybody who had never seen ECW, if your first fucking experience was watching it on the network and you saw Sandman coming out to this horribly generic theme, it ain't gonna hit the same.
No,
It's just
that's
not
true.
gonna
I
hit
mean,
the same.
and growing up, I wasn't like we didn't have ECW, but then like getting a little bit older, like obviously I could go on YouTube, when that became available, what with my age and such. But like I seen that stuff, but the ECW brand with WWE was pretty terrible. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I will say, even though RVD used to come out to Pantera, his WWE theme was pretty fucking lit too. Okay.
I thought it fucking ruled. I thought it fit him better. I didn't think Walk.
Ooh, that's a
fit
tough
him.
statement.
I'm not. I don't think it's that tough.
I can't.
I knew that right away.
It took me a long time to get used to his new one.
No, not so much. I very much enjoyed him. Him having his own theme. I just thought was, I don't know. I mean, I listen to it fairly often when I'm at the gym, and it comes on, and I just like.
Oh, it's good.
All I want.
But I also
is
still, whenever I hear Walk, I fucking
right at the bench that I'm at.
Yeah.
One of a kind. Bam.
Yeah, it is good.
Freaks out all the old people at my gym, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just here doing.
I want to see you do the Rob Van Dam split between the weights, fucking doing with me underneath you.
So, the way that I can. Oh my Jesus Christ.
He doesn't even know how to segue that.
It's good when I can get. Not only is he blushing, he's at a fucking loss for words.
I'm blushing.
You're fucking blushing. You're the same color as the cork wall.
Huh?
So, I think that what we were describing is essentially like this. Huge debut, crowd like anticipation. Let's just say it was AJ Styles, right? And this is during a time where we know he's coming, even that's a decade ago, which is crazy.
Insane.
Huge debut, crowd anticipation, and then all of a sudden a generic music hits or something that doesn't fit his character at all. There's confusion, and then there's crowd reaction, and then he comes out. It's a delayed reaction, and then the momentum dies. So imagine AJ Styles comes out, and then they're just like sugar, sugar, dun 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 dun, dun. Oh honey, honey, and then he comes out, and he's just like, like
it's a little bit different.
It would be a lot different, and then that like in your brain just can't fucking, it can't it can't take that away. So that overcomes, the whole experience. Like this person's supposed to matter, and that music that they decided on, just they all just said, well, fuck it. And he's not as good. It's like, damn, like what a way to, not just like hurt him, but he also, it ruins the product, and that's what the important thing is. That's why he got hired to begin with. It's like you invested into somebody, and you fucked up, like, or you put all of your eggs in one basket, and then you just didn't even focus on the song that you gave them. And that's, so that's one of the things that I think we see more now. And I brought it up with a lot of like it seems to be like a lot of the female talent have like almost music that sounds the fucking same.
They always get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they do. It's like,
unless you're a Trish Stratus or something,
Yeah, whatever happened to Titanic rules,
No, that was a compliment for once, Teryn.
Oh, well, of course, somebody had to pull up when
Yeah,
Kit was
speaking of grand entrances, holy shit.
and she sat there intensely listening to the whole AJ Styles thing, but she just wanted to come say hello and remind everyone that at the end of the day, this is her fucking show.
Absolutely. Also, Teryn, can you, that comment we had up before, is there a way to pull that back up? And I'm going to need you to go over that one real quick. Who is that from?
Honestly, I'm not SPAC Army. I love this show, is amazing, and at the same time watching X-Files and you chilling with Hubs and Dogs.
I think it's Hose and Dogs. I'm going to go with, oh no, Hubs. Hubs like husband?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, well, I sat there the whole time thinking Hose, and I was like, man, that's a great comment. But
You
Hubs
gotta
is
get
pretty
mine out
cool
of the
too.
gutter.
I can't help it. That's what, they don't call me fucking dirty dick for no reason.
Can I ask? All right, you guys, what is when you think of a good theme song for your favorite wrestler? Okay, is it that the first thing that you hear, that 0.5 seconds that I said from the beginning of the show, that gong, that that anything. It could be even it would sound like a chainsaw, for Dean Ambrose when he was here. Like,
Oh, yeah. Sexiest sneeze of all time, folks. Wow. Cover your fucking mouth, you filthy bastard.
Do you think that like, is it that does it for you? Is it the consistency of the song? Like, and it's honest opinion, because there are two different parts of the song. It is the attention grabber, and then it is the consistency of what it is. And an example, Bret Hart's theme, not his first ever theme, because that sounded like a fucking video game. It sounded like
yeah.
But his main one that we all know, versus the one when he came back in 2010 or 2011, like, that was so bad.
It was rough.
It's like, why did you change something that was already perfect?
Why fix what's not broken?
Exactly.
Right. But so, what is it that does it for you? And what do you think would take away from you enjoying, like, your favorite wrestler? Would you just skip the entrance, which I think is one of my favorite parts? And then if they win, you have to listen to that fucking song again.
I mean, that's fair, because I already said I don't like Romans. I watch it, but I'm not into it. I still watch it because he is one of my favorites. However, I would give anything for Randy Orton to come out to Mercy Drive, Burning My Light one more time.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay?
I do really like, his song now.
So do I. But Burn Inside My Light, holy fuck.
It is such a great song. I'm sorry. That was I didn't mean to disrespect the Queen. Not the Queen.
The holy fuck is famous.
Yeah. Yo, that should be a t-shirt right there. Holy
there it is.
Oh my God, look at her.
I think this is coming to Philly with me.
I heard that she wears that during coitus.
Are those maple leaves on it?
Fucking right, they are.
No. Ice will have your ass. Like, you won't even make it at the airport.
What's even better there, sweetheart? My fucking Queen of the DEC robe with the fucking maple leaves and the fucking cards is waiting in New Jersey for me. It's all decked out. Thanks to old Dirty Dick Rick. He made me that. And it's just waiting for me to fucking put her back on.
I actually have a picture of me wearing that robe.
So, you guys answer the question?
Yeah, let's go. Well, I think Teryn already did. Yeah, I'm gonna say. So my the obvious one for me would be, you know, old Daddy Rick. Fucking, you associate fucking that one classical theme song with. It's elegant. It fits his fucking regal character. It fits
Yeah.
when he wins. That's too easy. I'm gonna actually go with my favorite wrestler, and that's Sabu, who when he came out, that Arabian theme hit. You knew instantly who it was. There was nobody else that had that kind of that music, and it fit his crazy style. When he won, same thing. Had he come out to anything different, and actually, it's funny because there's a
It wouldn't have
video of
fit.
him.
I can't think of anything else that would have fit him.
Well, if you want a really good laugh, there's a video on I think YouTube of him coming out to "Like a Virgin" by Madonna.
Did
He
he
did it.
see it?
He did it on purpose as a rib to prove to the boys in the back that no matter who you are, you can come out to anything, and it should not matter. So you really there's a video of Sabu coming out to Like a Virgin. It's
Why did you
fantastic.
not tell us about this?
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Why, we would have fucking
Um,
talked about this, you know.
This would have been
So-
half of our show.
So it's funny because in that situation, knowing who he is at that time, it works. But can you imagine like the first time Sabu comes out, all in the Hannibal Lecter shit, strapped to the board, and they're playing Like a Virgin by Madonna? He's done. He's done. So it does matter, obviously. And to me, that for somebody who was so insane and suicidal, and
I get, at one point, I guess you just go, fuck the gimmick, and you're like, I'm just here to have fun, which it should have been the song, and it should have been
absolutely,
girls just want to have fun.
absolutely.
Oh my god. Like,
All right. Kit, what's yours?
what's my favorite?
Yeah, you got to answer
I
your own
think
question. Yeah.
It's Shawn Michaels. I mean, it's like, there's no way in the world that he could ever come out to anything else. And if he ever did, it would ruin it because he can't fucking do his little dance to it. And it sure as fuck would ruin anything that he wanted to do. Like, he needs that. Like, he's not a good dancer, and
He's got that one move.
Yeah, he's not a good dancer, and so without that, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So if you change it and you make it something hardcore or whatever, what's he gonna do? He's just gonna go, yeah. Like Shawn, I swear, like if he didn't have that theme song, do you know how this is how I would picture him? If you said, hey, we don't have your fucking song in this hypothetical situation, if HBK came out to the ring and they're like, we don't have your song, you're gonna have to go out to something else, and you don't ask him because he's gonna say something stupid like Green Day or whatever, but no, it's gonna be with Shawn's voice, not Sherry's, Heather, and you put out like, I don't know, like anything, it doesn't really matter. He's gonna either go to the ring and dance exactly the same, like he doesn't fucking hear it because it's just he doesn't even hear it in real life anymore for the amount of times he's heard it, or he does the most generic entrance ever, like subconsciously going like, come on, let's go, and like that type of shit, and he does his little pose in the middle, and then while like something that doesn't match him at all, and he's just inside just like, I have no idea how to handle it.
Heather wants to know the ooh, Shawn, that part.
Right,
Like,
but none of that happens. Like, we're saying they don't have his fucking music. So yeah, Shawn is that guy, and then a second would be like Steve Austin. Like Steve Austin not having that glass shattering, and because he will follow the music that he's given, and it's proven. He did it in '96, with the Ringmaster music,
Yeah.
and it was so not him. and he's not, it's so not him that you could tell that he was being pulled by like with a rope, to make sure that he doesn't fucking walk too fast. It's like a dog.
The only song that worked for Austin besides his regular theme, I don't know if it was Disturbed or was it Disturbed?
Disturbed is the best one he ever had.
That was a pretty fucking. That was bad. I don't even like Disturbed that much, and that was a fucking banger.
It was the best theme for him,
and it fit him.
And
like it really, he just the way he like came out
it's one
to
of the
it.
best entrances I've ever seen in wrestling.
Yep.
Like next to Psycho Sid, which we'd never talked. Psycho Sid's music is fucking so perfect.
Simple but perfect
for that motherfucker. It was not just simple. Like that was like some heavy shit. This is some heavy shit, like, and that is the best entrance. It's my favorite entrance I've ever seen in the entire world. When he came out at the Royal Rumble in 1996, and he's supposed to be a bad guy, and he is at Madison Square Garden, and he is fucking breaking people's goddamn fucking hands, pounding their fists. Who's the man? And they're like, Jesus Christ. And then Sean comes out, motherfucker's sick. Like, and nobody gives a fuck about him. And I don't think he knew how to handle it,
No.
But Psycho Sid in that entrance, literally looks at his own pyro, like, and then JR going like, Sid, SID, suddenly I'm dominant. And I'm just like, this motherfucker is like changing me. I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about it. Like the best entrance ever. I dare any fucking person to go. Like that is the perfect fucking entrance ever. It is right up there with Stan Hansen whipping the fuck out of Japanese people, with their his rope, and then to the stupid theme song that doesn't even add up, it's a complete opposite of the spectrum, while like these fans are just like hit me with that fucking legit bull rope, that you're gonna kill somebody with. That is the fan reaction I want when I go out in the ring, aside from getting stabbed.
Let me hit you two with the opposite of that. Name for me a mismatch, like one that where you had a really good talent and their theme song was either just didn't fit them. Like somebody it just did not fucking match their gimmick, their character. And of course, I would love it if ladies went first.
Please go first.
Fuck you. Thanks, boys.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll go first to give an example to get you guys get the ball.
He just
rolling
wanted us to ask him what he thought.
Well, I had one on. I wanted. This one bothers me a lot, and it has for a long time. That's Billy Kidman. When Billy Kidman came to WWE, he had what was I thought one of the fucking to this day.
Fuck you. I love that song.
So listen, that's why it's a mismatch. What an amazing song. It's a fucking banger. And you give it to the guy who walks out like he's fucking, like he's bored to be there. It did not match his personality. It did not match anything about him. And I'm not a Billy Kidman hater. I was actually a fan, but that song should have gone to somebody else. It could have made somebody else a star, and it got wasted. And to me, it's in the annals of greatest music of all time. And it got wasted on Billy Kidman.
See, the song itself made me like Billy Kidman more.
Really?
Yeah.
But it didn't fit. Like, you feel like it fit who he, like he just walked out like fucking, I always think of like fucking that Peanuts thing when fucking Charlie Brown gets sad and walks away with his head. That's how Billy Kidman came to like all of his matches. Like he was getting ready to fucking go Kurt Cobain himself after it was over with.
Yeah. I hate it when he just didn't dress the same. Like, dude, he had a feud with Hogan. Like,
I know. Thanks, Vince Russo.
Good for him, but it went nowhere. Damn it.
I got one. So, Victoria, I ain't the lady to mess with.
Perfect. Perfect.
We went from tattoo, all the things she said, to that nonsense.
Like her
because that-
ripping her hair. Oh my god. Ugh.
That it was like a dance club, fucking like rave. It did not match
then
her.
eventually they did switch it to more like of a slow one, which was even worse.
Yeah, it was horrible.
They made it worse, and then they made it even more worse by
It
slowing
was like
it
Southern
down.
Crunk.
Yeah, it was really bad, and I was like, nah, this ain't it, dogs.
I am
Ain't it?
struggling to think of who I would think like
You
was
keep
the biggest
thinking.
mismatch.
There's another point I want to bring up from that Divas era. For a while, I don't know if anybody else, I'm assuming other people noticed this. They were reusing themes different weeks
Oh yeah,
for the Divas.
yeah.
I know Tori Wilson and I think Maria Kanellis, they shared one at one point. Candice Michelle and Kelly shared one at one point. They just like swapped back and forth. And I was like, interesting. Because the Zebra Head, a girl like that, Tori Wilson came out to it, but Maria Kanellis also came out to it at one point. And I liked that song, so I noticed it. And I was like, interesting. Why the fuck are they sharing theme songs? You know? Also, shout out to me for remembering that song specifically
Right?
and the band.
Fuck.
So
I
for
stumped
me-
Kid Osborne. I love it.
No, you know, but I was thinking of something more impactful for like the sake of the show, that because I feel like the majority might not know it. When I think of Bam Bam Bigelow, I think of that like bam,
Bam, bam, boom, boom.
and you know, and it's just, and it's like it is like a fire starting, and that's how I always looked at it. And even the way that he came out to the ring, like, you know, like that look, and especially when he came out with like Luna, like I'm like, I fucking love this dude, you know, and he is a fast-paced big guy.
Oh
right?
yeah, hit
But there's
moonsaults.
this other theme that he went to the ring to. I think if it wasn't, it was his first, and it did not fit him. It made me look at Bam Bam Bigelow like Bam Bam Jelly Bean, you know, like it was just too uppity for him, and it pissed me off hearing it. But that one, you know, from let's say the WWF Raw video game on like Sega, I would leave it on like when you're picking your wrestler and it would put on the music, I would leave it on that Bam Bam Bigelow theme song, and I was like, I fucking love this dude, like, you know. But he had this weird like uppity theme, you know, that I fucking hated. Like, I don't know, but that was like the first thing that came to mind. I'm sure at some point I might have something else, but that's
that being said, we've already ran an hour and 18 minutes, an hour and
Yes, we
19
did.
minutes. So we are going to wrap this up. And we didn't even, once again, touch surface on a lot of the different things we did want to talk about.
We'll probably do a part 3, maybe even a fucking part
Yeah.
4 with this motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
I know.
What
but
I'm going to leave this episode with is if you guys had to pick a theme song for each one of us hosts of the show, what song would it be?
Ooh, I like that.
write it in the comments
Yeah.
on our YouTube.
No, I want
And
you
you know
guys.
what? While we're at it, fucking,
I have
if you
my
got
own
any
song.
more ideas, you know, because we probably honestly could do
I'm
a part
so
3 with
unique.
this, and maybe we could do like a viewer's fucking choice type deal.
Yeah.
Hit us up over at the Terynn Show at gmail.com with ideas and comments and hate mail and titty pics and whatever else you got for us. But we could definitely run
Talking
a part
about you,
3,
Leroy.
I think. Leroy, please send me titty pics.
But I'm asking right now, so Kit and Dirty Dick, what song would you pick for the three of us? If you had to pick one song for me,
Our faction is
Our-
what you're
No.
saying.
individual.
Wow, that's tough.
Well,
You want me to go first so you guys can think?
yeah, please answer your
Yeah,
own
please.
question.
So for Dirty Dick, I would pick Equal Rights by Pink and The Lonely Island. We just want equal rights. It's lit up. It's inclusive, fucking.
I am certainly that. I am both of those things.
For Kid Osbourne, I'd pick fucking Hot Stuff by Donna Summers.
Oh, God.
I wish that Tony didn't say it earlier because it sounds like I'm about to copy him on it. But if it's not going to be It's Raining Men, like I would say, Sugar.
Sugar,
Oranges?
And then with Terynn, I would go, oh. I'm gonna get some heat. It's gonna be I'm Only Happy When It Rains by
Garbage.
Because that's like what and let me ask you, like, if you guys have it on the top of your head, like if you could think about it too quick, not to keep any more time, name your top 5 favorite bands. And I'm gonna go first.
Garbage 5 times.
Like top five bands you're stuck on an island to listen to. Mine is obviously, after my dad, Ozzy Osbourne. It's Ozzy Osbourne, Van Halen, Rat.
Wow.
I love Rat. They fucking rule. Garbage. And then the 5th is always a horrible, hard decision. I mean, and
then he was gone.
Just like
Fucking, yeah, like that Agatha Christie story, yeah.
In 2006. Just like that.
Holy fuck. I fear the Queen may have just booted him out and I'm next, so I'm not even going to answer that last question. I'm going to let the Queen fucking get to her final moment. Are we doing a shotgun tonight? Oh, a song for you?
No.
Well, a song. Let me start with Kit. I would probably do "Purple Rain" because I feel like that's like our story, and I would sing every word to him in a hope to woo him. Not to use a pun, but. And for you, oh man, is like, can we go with like "Man-Eater" from Hall & Oates?
Oh, that's a good song. But I was thinking maybe like you could do that one, or you could do "Man-Eater" by Nelly Furtado, the Canadian.
Well, let's go with that one. Yeah, I like that one a lot better. That's more current, and I want to fucking slap her fucking fat ass around.
Jesus Christ!
There he
is. Limp Bizkit.
I feel like you now need to.
My 5th is Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
Okay. So Dirty Dick needs to tell you what song he picked for you and the one he picked for me with his example why for me.
Okay.
I picked Purple Rain for you because I can sing every word to you, and I feel like it would make you finally realize how much you're actually in love with me and have been this whole time. And we would start. I don't know if you folks have seen the movie, but if you have, just basically picture
like this.
Picture that. Yeah. Oh fuck. And then I would fucking take "Man-Eater" by Nelly Furtado because
fucking get out of here.
Because I want to smack her fat ass around.
God.
I can't take it, dude.
Just grip her thigh, and take a bite at it.
There is a cheek for each of us. And I wasn't talking about Nelly Furtado. One last ride, brother. Anyways, Teryn,
we're gonna wrap this up because we're heading straight into the after party. But for myself, I have 2 song options. I would pick "Cold Hard Bitch" by Jet or "She's a Lady."
I do like "She's a Lady" actually.
Don't we have money and whatever.
All
right, so hit us up, folks, for the link if you haven't already got it. We're gonna fucking get real fucked up. I'm gonna spin my dick around for a bit.
So, and I guess we're not gonna see anybody there. All right, thanks.
I mean, I'm not gonna pull my dick out.
We should really start, making people pay to get in these conversations. To not.
Yeah, they get pretty off the rail.
Well, not only
All right.
that, but I think we're gonna start bringing in some special people very soon that might make it worth
Ooh,
the.
don't word it like that.
I got some ideas.
All right, you guys. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm not shotgunning. I've only got this 2-liter bottle of fucking
Oh yeah, she's
cider.
only got straight liquor.
Yeah, she
It's
just
just
straight
it looks like
cider.
a club soda bottle to me.
Yeah, but it's not. It clearly
yeah,
has a
we know
7.
it's not. I know Canada does. They go by their own rules. Not even they don't even go by their own rules.
Hey, that is not soda, folks. That is straight fucking liquor.
Yeah.
In a
So
fucking
in the meantime, in a
plastic
between
jug.
time, thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next Tuesday, right before I leave for my trip to go hang out with these 2 degenerate fucks.
Coming straight
So,
from
We're gonna do
Philly.
it, and we got to do a live. Like we got to do a live.
We
Special
will.
live show?
We'll do a special episode while we're all
I
together.
have all the
in
equipment.
same
Fuck.
room, boys. All right.
Yeah, you do.
Keep
You got
fit.
all the
Have
equipment.
fun. See you at the after party.
It's about to get wild.